It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout, and this time we'll be talking with Chief Jared Wellik of the Newton Fire Department about National Night Out, which is coming up starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow night at Aurora Park in Newton. The Newton Police Department, along with the Jasper County Sheriffs Department and the Newton Fire Department, will be on hand to meet the public. They want to encourage you to come on out and enjoy. The food trucks will be there, and along with the fire trucks. The police department and sheriff's department will be on hand. They'll have bounce houses and all kinds of interesting activities going on, and they love to meet and greet you, and Chief Wellik will be talking about that in just a moment. First, a word from our sponsors, including Ryan's Tire and Auto, a big supporter of the Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and on their Facebook page they say sometimes the best service isn't about selling, it's about helping. When Joseph's transmission gave out on his way through town, he said, we don't even specialize in transmissions at Ryan's, but we still pulled the codes, gave him honest advice, and got him pointed in the right direction, all free of charge. That's what being a community shop means to them at Ryan's Tire and Auto, taking a few minutes to help, even when it's not on the invoice. Thanks for sharing your story, Joseph. Yep, you can trust Ryan's Tire and Auto because they have your back at Ryan's Tire and Auto on 1st Avenue in Newton. Another fine sponsor, Newton Clinic. Preventative care means more than just a yearly checkup. It's how we catch small issues before they become big problems at Newton Clinic. From screenings to vaccines to wellness visits, Newton Clinic is here to help you and your family feeling your best. Schedule your preventative care appointment today. Your future self will thank you at newtonclinic.com. And don't forget their new provider they have, Kinsey Heiser. They have had Kinsey on hand for a few months now, and she'd love to meet you at Newton Clinic. Another fine sponsor, Advantage Credit Union.
Are you feeling financially drained? Tired of high interest rates and endless debt? Fear not, your financial superhero has arrived. Advantage Credit Union is here to rescue you from financial distress. With our powerful loan refinancing options, you could lower your monthly payments, shorten your loan term, and free up cash for a brighter future. Unleash your financial superpower today. Call us at 641-792-5660 or apply online at acuiowa.org.
Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions may apply. See credit union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's time for another Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and with us is Chief Jared Wellik of the Newton Fire Department. And Chief, you have National Night Out coming up. What's the purpose of National Night Out?
Yeah, National Night Out was kind of founded originally to strengthen relationships kind of between public safety and the public. And so, I think it builds trust for people to be able to kind of have a personal touch with the men and women that serve here, both in police, fire, EMS.
That's great. It's been going on for a number of years, has it not?
Yeah, that's right. I think the original National Night Out started in 1984.
Okay.
It was founded actually by a group in Pennsylvania, and since that time, it's mounted into a really large gathering. There's now like some 16,000 National Night Out events that are listed. So
that's fantastic. So when will it be held?
Yeah, so it's held tomorrow night, Tuesday night.
Okay.
Yep. Tomorrow
night. Okay. So this is being recorded on Monday night, so Tuesday night. And what kind of activities are people going to see?
Yeah, they'll see. They'll have a chance to talk with all of the people. I think they have some food giveaways and so on that they're doing here in town, and a good chance to get up close and see some fire equipment, see some different types of hands-on equipment, vehicles, and so on.
Well, that is great, and I know that here at the fire department in Newton, you do a good job of trying to train kids too. You have that safe house that sometimes sits out in front of the fire department. Tell us about that and what that's all about too.
Yeah, so every year the fire department takes a safe house out to the elementary schools, and we get in with the 3rd grade class. Mm-hmm. We do some fire safety education with them, and then give them the option to kind of come out and try out the fire safety house. Good safety message, kind of tells them to, know what you're going to do in the event of an emergency.
Well, so as long as we're talking about fire safety, what are some tips that our listeners could have that you could pass along to people for fire safety in case a fire breaks out in their house.
Yeah, the big one always during Fire Prevention Week, we always remind people to make sure they're changing the batteries in their smoke detectors. We tell everybody twice a year you should be looking at doing that just to make sure you have fresh batteries. Early intervention or early notification of a fire condition is the key. The other thing is, really watch what goes on in the kitchen. Nearly 2/3 of all fires are started in the kitchen. And so it's important for people to pay attention.
And fire extinguishers are important too, aren't they?
Yeah, sure. Everybody should have a fire extinguisher. We used to always say everybody should have a smoke detector in their home. Because if you go back in the 70s and early 80s, a lot of homes didn't have smoke detectors. And I think we've done a pretty good job of getting smoke detectors in homes. Now I think the next natural step is to put fire extinguishers in the homes and making sure people know how to use them.
And how do you know if they are safely charged anyway? It's important to keep them charged, right, Chief?
That's correct. They need to be looked at annually to make sure that they're properly charged. There's a gauge on them that says if they're ready to use or not. And, they're pretty simple to maintain.
So we want to have the fire alarms all taken care of and make sure the batteries are checked in. How about carbon monoxide awareness too in the house?
Yeah, that's kind of the new smoke detector, if you will, is carbon monoxide. Homes should have a carbon monoxide detector on each level. That ensures, carbon monoxide is a gas that basically seeks its own level, so it doesn't naturally float or it doesn't naturally sink in the air. So having a carbon monoxide detector on each floor is really important. It's a silent killer.
You bet. Now, where is National Night Out being held in Newton?
Yeah, National Night Out is being held at the Aurora Park area. So kind of up by the tennis courts that are being renovated currently. So it'll be in that area.
Okay. The police department going to be there also?
Yeah, everybody's gonna be there.
That's great. That's fantastic. And how long has this been going on for the Newton Fire Department? Any idea, Chief?
It's been going on as long as I've been here.
Okay.
And so that's at least 14 years.
That's fantastic. So you're inviting the community to come on out and say hi to you then?
Yeah, absolutely. Come out and see what's there.
You going to let the kids get on some of the trucks and take a look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. We love showing our equipment to kids. They enjoy seeing it too. These trucks are so big. I think it's important for adults too to see the technology and the things that are involved in these trucks. They're so expensive. We always get questions about how can those vehicles be so expensive? And when you get up close to them and you actually see what they do and how much equipment they carry, it's pretty impressive.
Now, I wonder about the rural trucks that go out too, as far as that's concerned, because I know that, the city trucks can hook up to the fire hydrants and whatnot, but don't like rural trucks have to have their own kind of water supply and that kind of thing, Chief?
Yeah, we actually have one what we call a tanker. And so it's a truck that carries a couple thousand gallons of water. So yeah, the big thing we need when we go to a fire is water.
Yeah.
And so, yep, we carry our own and specialized trucks.
So Chief, what are the hours for National Night Out?
Yeah, the hours for this year's National Night Out will be from 5 to 7 on Tuesday, October 7th.
Okay. And again, that's coming up tomorrow night. So come on out. And from what I've seen, I think the forecast is going to be okay. It'll be cool, but at least we'll be drying out a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like we're supposed to get good weather for Tuesday.
So that'll be good. And, bring your hoodies, dress warmer weather, because that's exactly what we're going to need too. And that's very important. And we talked a little bit about this when we talked about the 9/11 ceremonies, but maybe you could discuss a little bit of what your folks here at the fire department go through in terms of training. And a lot of your training goes into EMS also, because 90% of your calls are EMS, and then after that it's fire calls.
Yeah, that's correct. So when we put out an application for new people, the minimum qualifications are they have to have graduated from high school. They also have to have completed an EMT or emergency medical technician course. Once we get them here, then the training really starts. the first thing we typically do is try to get them enrolled into Firefighter 1 class, which is kind of the basics of firefighting. They'll take that, and then there's a kind of a little bit extended knowledge that we give them called Firefighter 2. We try to get that done in the first year. After the first year, they start right into their medical training. And so we require that all people who are answering calls in town here are paramedic level. And so that takes them about a year to get into that. And then once that's completed, then we get them into a hazmat technician course, because we also provide those services for Jasper County.
How about in terms of firefighting? And, because, I mean, it takes a lot to get in the hook and ladder and the whole thing about getting the hoses and everything all hooked up to the fire trucks and the whole procedure. There's a lot of work involved in that.
It is. There's a lifetime of learning in the fire service. And, our people that we rely on every day, they spend a lot of time training here. And so, I think the best part of this job is the fact that most of the things that we do are hands-on. And so, and it's never the same thing twice. And so the people that enjoy adventure and the people that enjoy kind of doing something, what I would call productive for the community, really enjoy this type of work.
Now, are you looking for volunteers for the fire department?
Currently, we don't have a volunteer program.
Okay.
Our only volunteer currently is our chaplain, Bo
Okay.
Church. The volunteer program actually suffered from COVID.
I see. Okay.
During that time, we were pretty careful on who we were exposing to COVID and different things. So our volunteer program kind of went by the wayside.
Chief, are you looking for staffing for the fire department?
Yeah, we're always looking for staffing. One of the things that we've had over the past few years is some turnover with people going to the Des Moines metro area. A lot of bigger departments that are expanding and hiring more full-time people. And so it's a little difficult for us. We're in that range where people are close and can get hired over there. So we're always trying to backfill positions for that. This is I still contend, I tell people this when I get these young guys coming in and interviewing, that this is the best job in the world. Mm-hmm. And to do it in your hometown, I think would be marvelous. We're always looking for young people from the community that are interested in public service, have a desire to do more than just help themselves. And so, yeah, we're always looking for those people.
All right, great. Well, as we wrap up, Chief, tell us again about National Night Out. I know it's coming up tomorrow night, Tuesday night in Newton. And you want to invite the public on out to get to know the folks at the fire department and the police department.
Yeah, so the National Night Out will be held at Aurora Park, 5 to 7 p.m. Lots of activities going on. I know the Sheriff's Department, the police department, the fire department, our EMS stuff will be there, so people can kind of take a look at those. I see that they've got food trucks planned and some other bounce house and different activities for the kids.
All right, so come on out to Aurora Park starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow night, Tuesday night in Newton, and get to know all these heroes that work for the city of Newton. They really do want to help out the community, and they want to get to know you, and you should get to know them too. Chief, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Thanks, Jamie.
That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout.
This podcast also sponsored by Jersey Freeze in Monroe, home of the Van and Bon Bon Freezer. Lynette Baker, Halo Branded Solutions. If you need calendars, if you need hats, if you need mugs, if you need pens or pencils, talk to Lynette Baker. Westside Java Coffee Bar. Use their drive-up in the alley. Or Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop. Oh, not just sandwiches, but breakfast served 7 days a week at Maid-Rite. Until next time, Out is out. See ya.